and welcome to episode 66 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I am so excited to be with you guys again this week talking about all of my knit and crochet projects. But before we jump into the episode, let's talk about a couple of media things first. First off, you can find show notes for this episode linked in the description box below, so be sure to check those out if you have any other questions or want some just basic notes about what I am chatting about today. Also, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, which will be linked in the description box below as well. I am so excited to be growing that little area of this community, and just reaching you guys through that newsletter is going to be really, really exciting. So I'm hoping to truly kick that off here very soon. I've sent a couple of emails out to testers, but I'm currently designing and figuring out the basic newsletter stuff. So really excited to be growing that platform, and be sure to sign up if you haven't already. In that same note, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. So, like I said, lots of exciting things going on around here. I have so many projects going, so many planned. I have spent a lot of time this week just figuring out future designs and the math behind them and planning and all of those fun things, but I love every single minute of it. So today is Friday, August 13th. It is a lot earlier than when you're actually going to see this episode. So I'm going to release this podcast on Tuesday, August the... I don't even know what the date is going to be then. I'm not even going to try to do that math in my head, but next Tuesday. And it's going to be a crazy weekend. And the next week is going to be absolutely insane as well. So I just decided, I had some time today, I decided to go ahead and film, but I have made lots of progress on all of my projects this week. So yeah, I am not worried about content at all. I have so many things to talk about. So let's go ahead and hop into the episode today with a finished object. Alrighty, so I have one finished object to talk about today, and it's really a design, but I do not really have a timeline for this pattern, so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys, and hopefully, things will start to align in terms of the design here soon. But it is what I am wearing. So I finished this Tunisian top that I was working on last week, and I believe the week before as well. I am obsessed with this top. I love it so much. I love the way that it turned out. I learned so much just through the process of making this what I'm calling the prototype. So there's quite a few things in this specific top that are not going to be in the actual pattern. I've since figured out a better way to do things. I've decided to omit a couple little parts of the pattern to make it simpler. Just little things like that here and there. But I'm going to stand up real quick, the best I can, at least in this current setup, to show you it in full. So this is how long it is. It goes, here's my hip bone, so it's about hip length. I tried to do a split hem. It did not work. It looks ridiculous. I know what I should have done, and I just wasn't thinking about what I should be doing. I was thinking about what I thought was correct at the time. So anyway, I will be just completely omitting this split hem idea, I think. I haven't quite decided yet, but I really like the, I think I would really like the way that it looked if it was just like the same length all the way around versus the split hem anyway, so I think I'll just omit that entirely. It's also going to be a little bit longer than this top is. It's going to be a couple inches longer than what I actually made it to be. The sleeves is just 3 rows of single crochet after seaming up the sides, and I really love the length of them. They're just, basic short sleeves, but I really like that, so I think that'll stay the same. Of course, the joining method I like. It's, unique. Maybe not exactly what I was anticipating it to look like necessarily, but I really like it. The last row you do single crochet in the Tunisian crochet stitches, so it kind of results in larger holes than usual, but I think it's a really cute little detail for the shoulder area anyway, so I'm planning on leaving it. But yeah, so there has been so much interest in this pattern. I've gotten so many questions about it and all of the amazing things like that, so I am hoping to write it up and get started, but it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm not going to have as much time as I would like to do, a big pattern that is really on the back burner anyway coming up. So I'm going to work on it when I can, and I will have a tester call, and I'll make another sample myself, and all of those amazing things soon, hopefully. But yeah, really, really excited with how it turned out. I think overall, I'm most excited because the actual math behind the design completely worked. Like, there's a few little, little elements that didn't work, such as the split hem, but the math worked. The fit is exactly what I expected it to be, and it's perfect. And that is such a huge thing in garment design, so I think I nailed that, which I'm really excited about, and I'm eager to use the same, techniques in future garment patterns. So I'm really, really excited for some things coming up. But yeah, really, really love how it turned out. I used Lion Brand Pima Cotton yarn in the colorway Rose Taupe, and I stayed under my 3 skeins that I had, which was perfect. It was exactly what I planned for it to be. And yeah, I love it so much. I've had fun wearing it today. Today's the first time that I've worn it. I finished everything up on it last night, so yeah, but I really love it and I'm really excited about it. So I hope that you guys like it too. Like I said, I really am hoping to write the pattern soon. I'm super eager about it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see what time holds really. But that is my only finished object, other than I have a couple of other design FOs, but I'm going to wait and save them for the design segment because they are very much current FOs and soon to be releases, whereas this one is a little bit unique in that sense. But anyway, now let's hop into some works in progress. Alrighty, so I am working on quite a few works in progress this week. The first is my vanilla socks that I shared last week, so I have not put much work into these at all. But the main thing that I wanted to chat about this week about them was the needles. So I've had, not issues is not the right word, I've had shortages. With the sock needles, I guess I could say. I have been knitting so many socks lately, designing so many socks, and using those same sizes for other projects recently, and I am in desperate need of some new sock needles, so I'm hoping to purchase some soon. But I recently picked up these to try from Knit Picks, and they are the Caspian needles. All in all, I don't prefer the sock sizes in Knit Picks fixed circular needles because I find that the join isn't quite as smooth because the cable is thicker, and the difference between the cable and the needle is so small that I think it's hard for them to actually connect it to the needle using that like little metal piece. However, like I said, recently purchased these, and I switched over to these needles for this sock because it was kind of on the back burner. It's not something that I'm really actively working on. And I had to have the needles that I was using for it for something else. So anyway, I switched to these needles, and I love them. Like, I love them so much, and I was not expecting to at all, honestly. But yeah, like the join is so smooth. I mean, you can just see it gliding on and off the stitches. I don't know if it's something about this yarn, or if it's just this needle combo just works really well. I'm not sure. I have a pair of Sunstruck, and I need to look back at the size because they might be, like the cable might be longer, and that might have something to do with it. Like it's more cable to manage, so it might be difficult to work around. But anyway, I'm really excited about using them and fully trying them out. Like I said, I was literally only using them to switch over needles so that I could use the needles that was originally on the sock for something else. And I just did a few rows after I swapped because I was really enjoying them. But anyway, so last week I had finished the leg of this sock, and now I have done the, I placed the yarn from the afterthought heel, and then I've done like 10 rows on the foot. So not much at all. I had totally planned on getting this sock complete, but I have worked on so many things this week that this little vanilla sock got put on the back burner. I will say that I will probably have it to show finished next week because we have lots of cargo trips and things like that coming up this next week. Lots of time to be knitting on something very simple like this. So I'm loving this project still. It just got put a little bit on the back burner this past week. But yeah, I'm excited to use these needles some more too. So that is my first work in progress. This is some new to me yarn, by the way. I don't remember the brand name, but it's in the show notes, so you can check it out there if you're curious. Alrighty, so that is my first work in progress. I'm going to put it over there. Second is another pair of socks. So these are my these are kind of a twofold. So they are my August socks. So my socks that I'm specifically calling, you know, my socks for the month from a different designer. But then they are also my second pair of socks for the 2 for 2 knit along that is currently happening. So I am knitting the Diamond Head socks, which is a pattern by, I think, I want to say Natasha is her name. I hope that's right. I'm pretty sure that's correct. But anyway, Northern Knits and Pearl over on Instagram. You can find her Ravelry shop as well. And I'm knitting, like I said, her Diamond Head socks. And I love these so much. So I just finished the leg last night. I did a 15 round cuff, which is what she calls for. And then I went into this gorgeous leg pattern. Like, I just love the way that it looks so much. I'm going to hold it nice and close so that you can see it. So it has cables, and then the cables are flaming just pearl stitches. So it's so pretty. I also really love the 2 cables on the edges here. I think that is such a beautiful touch. But yeah, I love this design so much. I'm having so much fun working on them. It took me a little while to get the hang of all of the different cables because there's 2 cables in this pattern that I have never done before. And so I kind of had to, well, I say that I don't think I've done them before. I don't remember doing them before. But anyway, I learned how to do them. I have now got them under my belt, so I don't have to look at this pattern as much. And I am having so much fun with these. So like I said, I just finished the leg. I'm hopefully going to finish this first sock over the course of the weekend. So I'm really excited about that. I'm using Knit Picks Hawthorne in the colorway Silverton Tonal. Here's what it looks like in my little yarn cozy here. It's such a beautiful colorway. It's kind of like a purpley tonal gray, and I love it so much. Yeah, really, really excited about this sock, and it feels amazing. I'm gonna love wearing them. Like, I am really, really excited about it. Let me see. Oh, I was gonna mention that this is the Yarn Cozy Light, which is a pattern by Natalie of Knitty Natty. I got a lot of questions on it recently, so I wanted to really address that. I am currently working on another one, which we'll see in just a second. And yeah, really, really love this thing. So, love this sock, love this pattern. I think I can show you a picture of what these are actually going to look like when they're finished. Let me see here. I think I have it. Okay, yeah. So here is a picture. Just black and white, of course, but there's kind of what they look like. So the cable is going to be going all the way up. Oh, they're just so beautiful. I'm really, really excited to wear these socks. I love, love, love cables. I'm really excited to hopefully do some cable designs this fall and winter season. But anyway, really excited about these socks. Like I said, they're going great so far. It took me a couple days to do like a full leg repeat. I had it on like my knitting to-do list for like a couple days before I finally had the time to actually get around to doing it. But I had so much fun once I actually did it. So I'm really looking forward to having some time to work on those some more. Alrighty, next up I can go ahead and show you my Yarn Cozy Light project. So I have been talking about starting another one of these ever since I finished my first one. And the biggest holdup is honestly, again, the sock needles issue. It uses finger weight yarn and it's knit very similar to a sock. And so I just don't honestly often have my favorite Xiaogu needles open. So anyway, I had to use the magic loop ones to get started, but then once you actually get to the body part, you can switch to 9-inch circulars. So that is exactly what I did. I'm using a size 1 2.25 millimeter needles and some leftover Muse yarn from Knit Picks. And here is what it looks like. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to use this little cozy when it's all complete. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. But I'm just doing the simple version. Natalie has a few different options in this pattern. There's like a cabled one, a ribbed one, which is the one that I'm doing. And yeah, I really love it. I haven't done the cable one yet, so I'll probably do that one soon. I'm really wanting to work on this, or really just have one on the go very frequently, because this is what I want to do with my sock scrap yarn. I kind of want to make a whole bunch of cozies. I just think that would be so fun, and like I said, it's been something that I've been wanting to do for so long. But I think now I finally have a good enough system to where I can actually make it work. Like, just use these needles for the Yo Cozy, use the magic loop to get it started, and then just switch the magic loop over to whatever sock project I'm working on. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. That's my plan in my mind. But I'm really, really excited about this project. It's going so well. And it's something, you know, fun and mindless to work on just in between projects. So taking a few minutes each day to work on them, or to work on it. It's been really, really lovely. I was hoping to have it finished before I filmed this podcast, but I couldn't quite get it done. I got so much work done this morning, and it feels so good. But yeah, this just couldn't get done, unfortunately. But it definitely will be this week for sure. Okay, let's see what's up next in the whip pile. I have one more work in progress to show you that isn't a design, and that is my Sand and Ocean cardigan. So, and look at me, I am in the middle of a row, so we're just gonna knit for a second. Okay, maybe you're working on a project too. I have a few stitches to knit, so let's just chit chat while I finish this row before I show it off. So this is my Sand and Ocean cardigan. It's a pattern by Julie of Twin Stitches Designs. I really, really love this pattern, and I started this project way back in March using all of these green shades of Knit Picks City Tweed DK, and it just got put on the back burner. I didn't have a lot of time to work on it at the time, but I've kind of spent this break working on it here and there, and I made it my August goal to finish it this month. And I'm so excited because I think I'm definitely going to be able to accomplish that goal. I am on the last color, and I just finished this row. Woohoo! So I'm on the last color of my fade, and here's what it looks like right now from the back. So this is an open front cardigan, raglan shaped style. So the front is obviously open, as you can see, and here is the back. And it is so pretty. I love all of the different shades of gray and blue and green, of course, in it. So yeah, I think it is so, so beautiful. And of course, the Tweety Flex, I'm absolutely loving. So I'm on this last color, which is this dark gray. So I'm doing the same length that I've done for all of the other colors, which is 14 rows for me. And then I'm also going to do the ribbing in that color. So I wanted to make sure it was nice and long, so I decided to just do a full color repeat and then do the ribbing. In terms of the ribbing length, I haven't quite decided yet. It's definitely going to be somewhere between 10 and 20 rows. I kind of want it to be like a nice, long, gorgeous rib. So I might do something more along the lines of 20. But I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But either way, I'm really, really excited about it. I can try to try it on, actually. I haven't actually put this on. I've just been so obsessed with working on it that I haven't really worried about the fit or anything. So let me just put it on over my... That's not me. Too many handmade things. And this is a pretty thick shirt because it's Tunisian simple stitch. So it's not going to give the best representation of what it looks like. But let me stand up. So as of right now, it is a little bit longer than it looks like. So it goes almost past my bottom. Kind of hits the widest point right now, a few inches past my hips. Oh my goodness, I love the length so much though. I am so excited about this. So here's what the sleeves look like right now. I think I'm going to do long sleeves. I think I just decided. I've been going back and forth between long sleeves and 3/4 length sleeves, and I just didn't know what to do. I think I'm going to do long sleeves. I think I'm officially decided. Yeah, I think it needs to be long, cozy sleeves. And then I might even use the gray color. I think I will, actually. I think I'll use the darkest gray color to do a border around the neck for the collar. I think I'm going to do that. So, anyway, I really, really love this project. I'm so happy that it is finally getting the attention and, you know, progress that it deserves. Of course, I pulled out a few stitches just then. So let me pick those up real quick. But anyway, like I said, I really think I'm going to be able to achieve my goal of finishing it this month. And I am so excited about it. I have one more work in progress that is also has been on the back burner, and I'm hoping to work on that in September and get it done then. However, there's a chance that it will be a mix of September and October because there's a lot going on in September already. So, and we're not even done with August yet. So anyway, we'll have to see when the time comes. But regardless, I love how this is coming along so much. I'm using size 9 needles, and these are my Majestic 4-square needles. And I am loving them. They're so light and ergonomic with the cube-shaped needle. Yeah, I'm obsessed with them. So, really excited about this project. I'm hoping to get the body done this weekend. I have a few weekend goals, if you can't tell, and I'm really hoping that they all pay off and get done. I don't know. I really hope so, but I'm really excited about this project, and I'm just thrilled that it is going so well. I'm like all tangled up in yarn now, but that's completely okay. So, this is my last work in progress, but I do have multiple designs to talk about. I have quite a few, and they're all really exciting, and so many patterns are coming out soon. So let's go ahead and get chatting about that. Alrighty, so I have had 2 very recent pattern releases this past week, and I am so excited about both of them. The first are my Worsted Success socks, so I don't have them to show over here, but you can check that pattern out on Ravelry and Etsy and over on my blog. I hope you guys love it. I am so excited about that pattern and just being able to grow that entire collection, which I will talk more about in just a few minutes. But the second design that recently released is this super simple mug cozy. So I recently got these stackable ball jars. It's kind of a new shape for the ball company, at least I believe that's a correct statement. And I wanted to make a cozy for mine, and so that is exactly what I did. So this is a free pattern. It's super simple, just single crochet. And yeah, I really love the way that it turned out. I had to, do the math, of course, and then rework it a little bit because it was a little bit too big at first. But anyway, it is now fixed. The pattern is out. I am so obsessed with how it turned out, and I love using mine. So I hope that you like the pattern. Let me know what you think. But yeah, and then for mine, if you're curious, I used a We Crochet Dishy Twist in the colorway Can I. So I really love the Dishy Twist. This is the first project that I've really done with it, other than a few chapstick holders, and I just love how it turned out so much. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. Okay, next up, design-wise, I have a couple of finished objects. So first up, I finished my pair of knobbly socks. So these are going to be coming out later this month on August 31st. I will be a guest designer on Callie Needles and Life blog, and I am so excited about this opportunity. It's going to be so fun to release this pattern and have that collaborative blog post. It's going to be amazing. So I finished my personal pair. I used Knit Picks High Desert yarn for this project. And yeah, I love it. So testers are wrapping up this weekend, and then the pattern will be all ready to go. And then there's another thing that's launching along with the pattern that I'm really excited about. So you're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm really excited about this opportunity. And yeah, it's going great. So I finished these. Love how they turned out. They are so cozy. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for fall and winter seasons so that I can wear all of the hand-knit socks and all of the sweaters and all of the sweatshirts and all of the pants and leggings. I'm so excited. I love being able to bundle up. But anyway, so love how these turned out. Definitely keep an eye out for the pattern because I'm really excited for it to launch. Okay, and then I have one more finished object, and these socks are launching tomorrow. So this week I finished up the sample. The pattern and the pattern math and all of that has been done for quite a while actually, but I just finished up the sample, and the pattern itself is releasing tomorrow on Wednesday, August. I don't even know what day it's going to be then, but they're launching tomorrow, Wednesday for me. And I love these so much. So these are going to be the DK Success socks. So if you have a 100 gram skein of DK yarn or sport weight or fingering and mohair that you want to use, this is the pattern to do so. I'm so excited about it. Be sure to stay tuned. It will be free in my Ravelry shop and on my blog, and then the PDF will also be available in on Etsy. And I just love these so much. So here's what they look like up close. I used Paragon, Knit Picks Paragon for these, and I love how it turned out. I loved using the yarn. is so nice and soft and plump, and I just love the color as well. So super excited about these socks. I am going to be starting another pair hopefully this week using mohair and fingering held double, or just held together, one strand of fingering and one strand of mohair. And I am so excited about that project. I've been dreaming of socks like that for so long, and I can't wait to make them. So that's the next step on my sock to-do list. Now, in the same sock note, I am working on the bulky Success Socks pattern. So I have the first one finished, and here is what it looks like. Let me put it on the blocker here so that you can see it in its full potential. These are so squishy, so cozy. I cannot even handle it. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. So I used Knit Picks Swish Bulky, and I think the colorway is Squirrel Heather. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's right. It's a beautiful kind of brownish gray though, definitely tonal, or heather is the technical term, obviously, as the name suggests. But yeah, really love these socks. Again, they use bulky weight 5 yarn. I have some guava on here that I'm hoping to use, and then also some Barocco Comfort that I'm looking forward to trying out with this pattern as well. So lots and lots of exciting projects coming up soon. I do have the second one started, and let me just show you that one real quick. I just have the ribbing done. I literally just cast it on and knit the ribbing last night and then put it down to work on something else. But here's what the ribbing looks like. I'm using size 4 needles for these, if you're curious. Yeah, I love it so much. The squish factor is unreal. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So the bulky Success socks are going to be coming out soon. I am also hoping to design like a slipper style sock. So it'll fit kind of like a sock, but it's gonna be it's gonna use like super bulky yarn, and I'm hoping that they're gonna be more like slipper styles in my goal. So that's kind of what the worsted and the bulky ones are. But these are just gonna be like, I don't know, really squishy, really cozy, really warm. That's kind of my goal. So we'll see. But I'm hoping to get started on that pattern sooner rather than later, so that it can be released very soon in the fall season. So really excited about all of the awesome things coming up, and I'm just really excited about all of them. One last design that I'm currently working on, and that is the Success Minis. So unexpectedly, I got testers for these socks last weekend. It was crazy. They were just so well accepted, and I had multiple people who wanted to test, and so I just decided to go ahead and get started, and it's going so well. They are posting up pictures, and I cannot even handle all of the little baby socks. It's ridiculously cute, like so stinking adorable. But anyway, so I am working on these for the 2 sweet little girls that I babysit, and let me find the other one here. So I have one little pair done. These are for the 2-year-old, and here is what they look like. Oh my goodness, they are so stinking cute. I can't even handle it. And then this one is for the 5-year-old. I still have to make the second one. And then I'm going to be making myself a matching pair as well. So here's hers. So the 5-year-old is definitely the most excited about these. She asks me every single day if they're done or not yet. And then the other day I got her to try the first one on so that I could make sure that it fit right. And she was so excited. My heart basically melted. Like, it was the sweetest thing. So anyway, I'm really enjoying this project. I'm hoping to knit the second one very soon, and then get started on my pair, and then I'm going to get a picture of all of us together. I realize it's ridiculous and silly, but I am just so excited about it, and they are too, and that's all that matters. And the mom is is totally okay with it, and I'm really thankful for that. So anyway, love the socks, and I'm super excited for this pattern to come out. I'm hoping for a release date of the last week in August is my goal. I'm hoping that turns out, but we'll see. It might be a little bit later than that. It might be sooner than that. I don't know. It kind of depends on how testing goes. But pattern-wise, it's ready. I'm just waiting for testers to confirm that everything looks right. But anyway, so those are all of my projects. I'm working on so many things. Of course, as always, you know me. I'm working on a million things at once, but I'm really excited about all of them. So now let's go ahead and jump into a devotion that I have planned and a little bit of a life update. So today for devotion, I'm wanting to talk about a few specific Bible verses that have just brought so much peace and comfort lately. With fall semester on the horizon, my first day back is August 23rd, so it is really, really close. And with that coming up and a whole new college semester and all of that craziness and stress that goes into it, and then also having a very busy and demanding job and just, general life craziness, designing is all so amazing, and I'm so grateful for each and every part of it, but it can lead to some just anxious thoughts and worrying about, what's ahead and knowing what it means and how crazy it's going to be and how, I have to continually learn to balance it all. But a few specific Bible verses have just brought so much peace, and I wanted to share them with you guys today. So first up in 1 Corinthians 7:32, Paul just comes straight to the point, and he says, I want you to be free from anxieties. And obviously, we think that it's not as simple as that sounds. You can't just let go, and you can't. It's a discipline. You have to learn to let go of these things that are causing so much worry and stress, but at the same time, that's exactly what we're supposed to do as Christians. We are supposed to be strong enough. We aren't made to be strong enough to handle it on our own. We're supposed to ask for help when we need it from other amazing humans around us, and then to most importantly, lay it all before God. In 1 Peter 5:7, it is just full of love, and it declares, cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. And that really is that simple. He cares so much for you, and there is no need to be worried or fearful about the future because he loves you and he is always there for you. And then lastly, Philippians 4:6 is the most impactful in my opinion. In paraphrase, it says, do not be anxious about anything, but pray about everything. And that is definitely the mentality that I have had this past week. It just, every time that I find myself concerned or worried or stressed about a certain subject, just pray about it. Just talk to him because he's there and he's listening. And, sometimes it needs to be very formal and on your knees asking for help. And sometimes, like this past week, it has been talking to him while I'm driving. So obviously my eyes are closed when I'm driving for very, very good reason. My eyes will not be closed. But it's so important to use that peaceful time and that time in quiet alone in the car, just talking to him and to talking things out. And it just makes my days go so much smoother. I feel such a big weight lifted. And especially, headed towards a job that is crazy and gonna be crazy for quite a few hours. It's so good to set a good mindset early on in the day. So I hope that it helped you today. Just, anxious thoughts can be so much more than simply anxious thoughts. And it's important to recognize when it's become too much so that you can reach out and ask for help if you need it. But it's also important to address it early on so that you can really recognize what's going on and ask God for help and to just lay it all out for him. So that is what I am doing, and that is what I pray that you are doing as well. So other than that, lots of stuff coming up. We have a trip that I have been so excited about for so long now. We booked it quite a while ago because that's the way the world works. You book a trip, you have to do it months in advance, but we are heading to Georgia, which is, just one state over from us, one Alabama. I am so excited about it. I'm so excited about this trip. It's going to be exactly what we all need the weekend before everything gets crazy. It's turned into a little bit more chaotic than we originally anticipated, perhaps, but it's going to be really, really good regardless, and I'm super excited about it. So we have that at the end of the week, and then of course at the beginning of the week I have work and getting school stuff set up because I start back the day after we get back from our trip. So it's going to get super duper crazy really, really fast, and obviously all of that is a little bit worrisome, I'm not gonna lie, but I will hopefully be recording a podcast like on Wednesday or something because we're leaving on Thursday. Yeah, I gotta figure out all of that, but anyway, lots of exciting things to work on. I'm hoping for a really productive and making a filled weekend, and I wish you all the same in this upcoming week, and of course, you'll see this on Tuesday, so we're in the middle of the week now, but I hope that you're having an amazing one. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below telling me what you're working on. And of course, I'm always a DM or email away if you have any questions at all. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, happy making. Bye.